Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the next in my cruise series, and this video is all about what cruise line should I pick. Now I'm not going to directly tell you what cruise line you should go on because it's different for every person. So I've been on 9 cruises. The only cruise lines I've been on are P&O, Royal Caribbean and Princess Cruises, and they have all left from Australia. So I haven't been on a lot of other cruise lines that I really want to go on, but I'm just going to give you some helpful tips to figure out maybe what cruise line you should go on and how to sort of figure that out. First thing you should do when you feel like you want to go on a cruise is maybe talk to people you know who have gone on cruises and who are similar of age, or you know, group of people. So if it's like you want to take your family on a cruise, if you know someone, a family that's been on a cruise, talk to them and talk to what cruise line they went on. So definitely talk to people you know who've been on cruises. Look it up online, look up what people are saying about the cruise line. Watch YouTube videos. I find watching YouTube videos extremely helpful because not only do you sort of get to know your way around the ship if you've already sort of got a ship in mind, you sort of get to see the sort of people who are on board, the sort of activities that are happening on board. We've never been to a travel agent, but I know a few people who have booked cruises through travel agents and it worked out well for them, so maybe go talk to them. But definitely, like I said, we just talk to people and look up online and see what people say about the boats and whatnot. Out of the 3 cruise lines I've been on, I wouldn't recommend Princess Cruises to anyone unless they're over 50. Now, I went when it was Christmas time on that ship, so there were lots of kids on board. Another fun fact, cruises can't just, so if you go on school holidays like I did, it was Christmas time, cruises just don't take 1,000 kids. They have to take an amount of kids that have to fit in Kids Club. Even if you say, my kid's not going to use Kids Club, it doesn't matter. They have to have the option to be there. So I guess it's sort of good that you can never be overrun by kids, but you can definitely tell when you're on a school holiday cruise because there are kids everywhere. Just even in like adult areas, they somehow find their way in there. They're just everywhere. So I went on a Princess Cruise in the Christmas holidays and it was good. It was a pretty ship. The food was amazing, but I didn't like it, and my auntie actually went back on a little bit after, and she was the youngest person on board. She was in her 50s. So we refer to Princess as a floating RSL. I would never go on Princess again unless I'm like 50. Maybe when I'm 50 I'll start getting into Princess, but personally I wouldn't recommend. Some of you might have a completely different opinion to me, and that is completely okay. You might be like, Ali, what are you saying? Princess is awesome. That's fine. It's just, I don't like them. I'm sorry. So my 2 favorite cruise lines at the moment, because I've only been on 3 cruise lines. That was 6, but you know what I mean. 3. I've only been on 3 cruise lines. Is P&O and Royal Caribbean. Now the difference I see with these 2, P&O. If me and a bunch of my friends, like we're all 20 somethings, want to go on a cruise and have a really good time and party, and my friends drink, I don't, but if we want to do that and just relax and sort of not do much, I would choose P&O. P&O is great for that, and I think P&O is a great first time cruises cruise. So if you've never been on a cruise, I reckon start with P&O and then work your way to other cruise lines, because P&O is just like, I don't want to say they're basic because they're like probably my favorite cruise line, but they're a great starting point with cruising. Yeah. They're also great for families. I've been on heaps of P&O cruises with my family and I've loved them. So next, like I mentioned, Royal Caribbean. Now without a doubt, Royal Caribbean ships, they're way better than P&O. I'm sorry, P&O, I know you're bringing out new ships too, which I want to go on because they look really fun. They're small, but they look like fun. But Royal Caribbean ships are just amazing, and I want to go on some of their bigger ships. I really want to go on like Oasis or Allure. They're the biggest ships in the world. They look like fun. My dad doesn't like it because he's like, they just look like floating cities. And I'm like, yeah, but it'll be fun. Cruise ship, woo! So Royal Caribbean definitely has better ships. Food, yeah, probably a bit better food, but This is one thing I think they fall down in, their service, as in on P&O, even as a teenager, if I was sitting by the pool, somebody, as soon as I pretty much sat down, was there to ask me if I wanted a drink. On Royal Caribbean, you sort of have to, well, in my experience, I found that you had to sort of go looking, and security ever since, you know, if you know about P&O, they've had their problems in the past, but security on P&O is just completely ramped up. I once stood in the hallway for 5 minutes too long talking to my family in the door. It was probably like 10:30 at night, and security came down and said we had to move, like we couldn't stand there. And I was like, what the hell, like I didn't even think I was doing anything bad. But it's sort of good because you do see the security, whereas on Royal Caribbean, I didn't see the security as much. So I don't know if they're sort of factors you want to look into, but so I've been on 2 Royal Caribbean. One was better than the other, and I think that's purely due to destination. So one I went South Pacific Islands, Hawaii, which was great, and the other one I went strictly to New Zealand, and New Zealand is beautiful and I want to go back, but the cruise was very low-key. It wasn't as fun as I remembered. Like the parties were just dead, like there was no one there, and that's like my favorite part of cruising, is going to the parties and stuff. So like I said, I love both these cruise lines, but if you're a first-time cruiser, I'm definitely going to recommend you go on P&O. Go on P&O, start with them, then work your way up. The next few cruise lines I really want to go on is Carnival Australia. I'm also really interested in going on Norwegian Cruise Lines. They haven't said they're releasing a ship to Australia, but I really hope they say they will soon, because everyone else is sort of coming, and Royal Caribbean are giving Australia their first brand new ship. We don't get brand new ships, so this is quite exciting for someone who loves cruising. Like, we're gonna get a brand new one. We always just get the hand-me-downs that are like 50 years old. They're not really that old, maybe some are. But yeah, so if Norwegian Cruise Lines came out here, I'd be thrilled because their ships just look amazing. And the third cruise line, which I'm desperate to get on, is a Disney cruise, which definitely don't come anywhere near Australia unless Disney released a movie with an Australian princess. That can be the only way I see them coming here. So maybe Disney, hint hint, maybe you should just make a movie about an Australian princess. I think we deserve our own. I'm just saying. Then you can cruise here and then you can open up Disneyland here. I'll work there. So that is it. I hope you find this video informative. I'm trying to help people, but like I said, it's really hard. I'm happy for you to ask questions below. If you have any specific sort of questions, like I said, I can only really comment on those 3 cruise lines I've been on. I've had family members go on other cruise lines, so I can sort of go off what they've said to me, but yeah, if you're Australian, you have never been on a cruise, P&O. So anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. I want to bring out more cruise type series videos and give off my hints and tips about what my family does with cruising. My dad's pretty much the one who has all the knowledge, so I go and steal the knowledge off him and then blurt it back out to all you people. Like, I do know what I'm talking about, but he just knows everything. Like, everything. So like I said, I hope you like this video. Be sure to keep a lookout for more cruise series videos. If you do like these videos, please let me know. Please let me know if I'm helpful. I don't feel very helpful right now because this video is a bit like, just do what you want. But no, please comment below, ask me questions. Really happy to give advice or even just talk to you. That as well. But yeah, and I'll see you guys next time.